Hey guys, welcome back to another lesson with me, Melissa. Today we're looking at phrases that we can use during a business telephone conversation. Let's get started. All right, so I want to break this down a little bit into different sections of the telephone conversation. So obviously we're going to start with answering the phone, and then we'll move on to asking for information or asking to speak with a particular person. Then we'll go on to asking for clarification, and then also pausing the conversation. And then we're going to talk about leaving and taking a message. And then of course we'll finish off with ending the phone conversation. All right, so let's get into answering the phone. If you are the first person to respond at the business, then there's a few things that you're going to want to do. First, you're going to want to greet the person. Then you're going to want to introduce the company, then introduce yourself, and then ask a question. For example, your greeting would be something like this: good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Introducing the company, for example, ABC Industries, and then your name, Melissa speaking, and then your question, how may I help you? So let's put that all together. Good morning, ABC Industries, Melissa speaking, how may I help you? Now, if you're not the first person to answer the phone at the company and the call has been transferred to you, then obviously you don't need to say good morning and mention the name of the company again. You can simply say your name, or you might want to say the name of the department. For example, Melissa speaking, or Human Resources, Melissa speaking. And we don't say this is Melissa speaking. We simply say Melissa speaking. Okay, let's move on to the next part, and that is when you call a company, you may need to ask for some information. So here are a few phrases that you can use to start that question. I'm calling because, could you tell me, or I'd like to know if. So let's finish these phrases off. For example, I'm calling because I'd like some information on your product. Or could you tell me if your location is open on Saturdays? Or for example, I'd like to know if you have a location in my city. Okay, so could you tell me, I'm calling because, and I'd like to know if. Let's say you are calling a company and you need to speak with a particular person. What do you say? All right, very simple. You can say, I'd like to speak with ... Or could I speak with ... Or another one that we often use is, could you put me through to... So, could you put me through to John, please? Could I speak with Maria, please? Or I'd like to speak with Sophia, please. Now, next is a very common situation that happens to everybody. It doesn't matter if you are a native speaker of the language or not. Oftentimes, when we have a phone conversation, we don't understand what the person has said to us, and we need some clarification, obviously. So, what do we say? I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please? I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please? I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. Could you speak a little slower, please? That's a good one. Could you speak a little slower, please? And another one that's pretty casual, but you can feel free to use it in a business setting as well. And that is, sorry, I didn't catch that. Sorry, I didn't catch that. And notice that with 3 out of the 4 phrases, I'm saying that. So I didn't catch that, or I didn't understand that. And it's important to say that because it's referring to that, what you said previously. Okay guys, so let's move on to those moments when you have to pause the conversation. Maybe you need to grab a pen. Maybe you need to search for some information. Or maybe you need to check to see if a person is available. So what do you say if you want to pause the conversation for a moment? Here are two examples. So we can simply say, "Could I put you on hold for a moment, please?" Could I put you on hold for a moment, please? And on hold means to pause the conversation. So, can I put you, or could I put you on hold for a moment, please? Or we could simply say, "One moment, please. One moment, please." And then obviously we pause the conversation. We go and do what we need to do. And then when we come back, we have to say something. We have to start the conversation again. And what we can do is say, "Thank you for holding. Thank you for holding." And that just starts the conversation back up again. So there's often moments when you need to understand how to spell someone's name or even someone's email address or their business name. So you need to get the spelling of that. So all we need to say is, "Could you spell that for me, please? Could you spell that for me, please?" And once they give you the spelling, it's a really good idea to clarify that you have understood the spelling and you would want to repeat what they have said. So you would say, "Okay, so that's M-E-L-I," and so on and so forth. So you would say, "Okay, that's," and then repeat the spelling of what the person had said. Now let's talk about email addresses for a moment, because there are some symbols within an email address that we need to remember. And let's take a look at these. So this sign right here is called @. This one is called dot. This is a hyphen, and this is an underscore. For example, Melissa_English @gmail.com or Melissa-English @gmail.com. Sometimes there isn't a symbol that separates one word or one name from the other. And you may often hear someone say like this, Melissa English, all one word, @gmail.com. So I'm trying to make you understand that there's no symbol separating the two words at the beginning of my email address. So Melissa English, all one word, @gmail.com. So leaving and taking a message. What is the difference? Who leaves a message and who takes a message? So if you are the person calling the company and maybe you would like to speak with someone in particular and that person is not there, then you need to leave a message. And you would simply say, "Could I leave a message, please? Could I leave a message, please?" And if you are the person who is working at the company and you answered the phone, then you are going to take a message. And we could say, "Could I take a message, please? Could I take a message, please?" Okay, and finally, obviously, we need to end the conversation. So, how do we end a conversation? Well, let's look at it from two different angles. If you are the person who works at the company and you answered the phone, then you would say something like this. "Is there anything else I can help you with? Is there anything else I can help you with?" And if the person says no, then you would simply say, "Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Have a nice day." Now, what is the response to "have a nice day"? If someone says to you, Have a nice day. What do you say in response? You would say, thanks, you too. So if you are the person who called the company, you would say, thanks, you too. Bye-bye or bye. Okay, so let's put all of this information together and let's watch an example of how a typical business telephone conversation might go. Here we go. Good morning, ABC Industries. Melissa speaking. How may I help you? Hello, yes, I'm calling because the product that I bought from your company isn't working. I'm sorry to hear that. Could you give me your client number, please? Yes, it's 124556, and my name is Melissa. Could you spell that for me, please? Yes, it's MELISSA. Thank you. Could I put you on hold for a moment? Sure, no problem. Thank you for holding. You will need to speak with Ms. Reynolds, but she's not available at the moment. Okay, can I leave a message, please? Yes, can you give me your phone number and email address? Yes, it's 554-77-8885, and the email address is languagecoachmelissa@gmail.com. Okay, so that's 554-77-8885 and languagecoachmelissa@gmail.com. Yes, that's right. Okay, I'll have Ms. Reynolds call you back as soon as possible. Thank you. Is there anything else I can help you with? No, that's everything. Okay, thank you for calling. Have a nice day. Thanks, you too. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the lesson today. I hope it was helpful for you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.